So there I was, holding my hand to my head, some kind of goopy, gloppy thing in my hand. Turn around, look at my brother, looking all shocked, like he's about to cry. Not sure what happened to me just yet. But how I got to that point is I believe summer of 1986, maybe 87, but pretty sure it was 86. Anyhow, went out, found myself in a pond, a little flat bottom boat that me and my brother took out to go fishing in from time to time. We were out there fishing probably about a good old 4 hours or so. You know, a couple of boys, no school to go to during the summer. And anyhow, we're out there fishing. Both caught a good stringer of fish each. And just a coincidental note, my brother's last name is Stringer. And I'm Hunter. We weren't out hunting, we were out fishing, so. Anyway, we caught ourselves a mess of fish, a couple of stringers each. We're out there in the pond, making sure we stay away from the banks and the trees and everything, because trees had spiders in them. I cannot stand spiders at all. And there those had about a half-inch long body, real skinny, spindly legs, suckers, where they're like about as long as my finger. You know, good 3-4 inch legs on that little bitty half-inch body. And couldn't stand them things. Every time we got close to them, they just try to get in the boat. And about make me want to wet my pants. Anyway, we stay clear of all them, which is surprising because my brother, he likes to give me a hard time from time to time, which is all good and fun, I suppose, but you know, just as long as spiders aren't involved, I'm okay. So anyhow, we're out there fishing. We caught our stringers of fish. And it's hot, it's summer. So we decided we're going to take a little swim. Just wearing some old blue jean cutoff shorts, white t-shirts and whatnot. So we kind of anchor down the boat, jump in to the pond, take a little swim. You know, just doing what a couple boys would do in the hot summer. And swim around for half hour to an hour or something like that. Anyhow, we get out of back up into the boat, and our t-shirts and our underwear just looked like we'd been steeped in tea for about half a day straight. Just brown, rusty colored. There's so many leaves down at the bottom of that pond that, you know, they just steep it up like it's a big teapot anyway. So yeah, just come out. White t-shirts are all brown from the pond water. We take the old boat back up to the shore of that old pond, grab up our fishing gear, good old Zebco 33 reels, if I do recall. Anyway, we round up all of our gear, tackle boxes, and our stringers of fish. Then we head up back to the house. Proceed to clean them fish. Probably good 20 fish, I'd say. I mean, we caught a dinner for the night that day. And that stuff fried up tasted pretty good. Anyway, caught that whole mess of fish, take them back. We get them all cleaned. And it's a heck of a chore, you know, the way you gotta get those funky pliers and stuff and rip the skin back off the catfish. That's another detail. That is all catfish. Just some channel cat that I'd been stocked in a year or two before, so they're all around about, you know, a good foot long or so, which is decent for a lot of fish, but catfish, they get a lot bigger. But, you know, being boys, there's fish we was catching, we was happy. That's all there is to it. So we're cleaning them, getting the skin and the guts out of them, and cutting the heads off and everything. And I pick up a head after we're all done, get them all washed down, and start putting things up. I take one of the heads and I just kind of toss it underhand style like my brother. Kind of hit him in the leg a little bit. So he picks one up, chunks it back at me, kind of hits me in the ass. Got hit in the ass with the catfish head. So I decide it's on. So I reach in, I grab one in each hand, threw it in my left hand first to get him to dodge and flinch so I could come back and follow up with the right hand, you know, where he's really going to be. First one kind of hits him in the lower back a little bit, and then the second one he kind of turned and hit him in the shoulder. So he grabs a couple, chunks them at me, and we keep going and going, and whatever hits us and falls close became our ammo. You know, just kind of recycle, reuse. And lo and behold, next thing I know, something hits me pretty good in the left side of my head over here. And my brother just stopped. There wasn't no more coming and hitting me anymore. And put my hand up to my head, there's something in it. There I was. Anyhow, I turn around, he's all looking shocked and about like he's about to cry and everything, and he comes over and grabs whatever's in my hand, tries to give it a little tug to pull it out, and it didn't come out. So I'd say, Art, we need to go in and talk to Mom, see if I may need to go to the hospital. So we go inside, and he's all crying at this point. I'm still holding my hand to my head, whatever's in my hand. And Mom's on the phone talking to my dad. He's out on the road. He's a trucker. We had our own trucking company there for a little while. Packed Transportation Incorporated. PACT stood for Penny, Art, Chris, and Tammy. I'm, of course, Chris. Penny's my younger sister, baby of the family. Art's my older brother, and then Tammy's my old sister. Tammy's the oldest, then Art, then me, then Penny the baby. Anyway, my dad, he used to drive that trucking company from Arkansas to Arizona and sometimes into Needles, California, but not too deep into California. I think Needles is just right on the border there. As far as west I've ever been is Needles. Loaded up with him and my cousin, who I think of as an uncle because he's so much older than me. And anyway, we load up in the truck. We head to Needles to drop off a load. All I really remember of the trip is riding up front, kind of in the middle, and learning what the international sign for donut is. That's a whole nother story right there. I'll tell you about that later. Anyway, my dad's out on the road. I have no idea where. My mom's talking to him. Whenever we walk in, she just pretty much stops talking for a second, kind of wondering what the hell's going on, what these boys got themselves into. And she tries to explain to my dad what the situation is, and he didn't make any sense of it. One, because he's on the phone. Not a cell phone, that was in the days before cell phones. I mean, that was, like I said, 86 or 87. And pretty sure 86. So definitely no cell phone, so can't blame cell phone coverage on it. You know, the whole crackling reception and drop call business. And anyhow, he didn't make any sense of it because it just didn't really make any sense anyhow. I mean, just something you really needed to be there to see. So she's like, well, I gotta let you go. Something Chris has stuck in his head. And Dad doesn't understand, so they get off the phone. She comes up to me and is like, what have you boys done? And she grabs hold of whatever I'm holding on to and starts giving it a tug. Doesn't come out. She tries again, doesn't come out. And I'm like, Mom, I think I need to go to the hospital, get this thing taken care of. And she's like, yeah, I think you're right. And so we load up in our 1980 Chevy Impala. Kind of looked like a Crown Vic style of car, but had a tan vinyl interior, painted about as yellow as a banana. Anyhow, we drive into the hospital. I'm sitting in the back holding my Catfish to my head. My brother's sitting there crying, thinking he's going to be grounded and in trouble forever and probably kill me or something. You know, he doesn't know what the hell. And we get to the hospital and think the doctor there, we went to the ER and think the doctor was Dr. Gordon, if I recall. But hell, that was 86 or 87, and here it is 2010. So I'll let you do the math on how long ago that was. Anyway, doctor puts his hand on there, gives it a tug, gets nothing. So he kind of rolls up his sleeves a little bit, grabs hold again, and gives another good tug. And this time he's a little more productive. He comes away with a handful of catfish guts in his hands, throws them in a little trash receptacle, and then rolls up his sleeves even more, grabs hold. Thought he was going to try to put his foot up on my chest, but he didn't out of courtesy. And just gave it a good old heave-ho, and pop, out comes a catfish head. Kind of look at it. Like, damn, that was stuck in my head. And asked the doctor if that's one of the weirdest things he's seen, and he's like, it's about the second weirdest. I won't even remember what the weirdest one was, because I was kind of disappointed that my situation wasn't the strangest thing he'd encountered yet. But then again, I've known a girl running for the ambulance in Chicago, and one of the dumbest things she's seen, other than, you know, gunshot wounds and all that, is some dude walking into the ER with a crescent wrench stuck on his penis. Apparently he tried to put his penis through the little, not the wrench side, but the handle side of the crescent wrench. Apparently when he sported wood, it got stuck on there good. So anyhow, my only regrets on that whole thing is we didn't get pictures of me with that fish stuck in my head. I figured we do have pictures of me with the bandages and me laying down on our old brown vinyl couch back at home, but we didn't get the before pictures, so there you go.